All right, today we're going to go, well, underground. We're diving into the hidden side of AI. It's this whole world of uncensored models, secret online communities, and some pretty wild experiments, all designed to push this technology to its absolute breaking point.
See, it all boils down to this one kind of provocative idea. In the slick, polished world of mainstream AI that we all see, there are rules. There are lines you just don't cross, words you're not supposed to type. So you gotta ask, right? Why are those rules even there? And, more importantly, what happens when a whole community of developers decides to break them? On purpose. That's exactly what we're digging into. To really get a handle on this movement, first you have to know where it all goes down. This isn't happening in shiny corporate labs. It's happening inside what they call the whisper networks. And yeah, whisper networks is the perfect name for them. Think of these as the back alleys of the internet for AI. Hidden forums, private Discord servers, places where people share tools and tricks to play with AI, completely free from all the safety filters and corporate red tape you see on the big public models. And what you end up with are these two totally different worlds of AI operating in parallel. On one side, you've got mainstream AI. It's carefully controlled, it's wrapped up in safety filters, and it's given to us in a nice, neat package. But then you have this other world, the underground. It's decentralized, it's raw, it's uncensored, and a lot of times it's running on super powerful models that were never supposed to see the light of day. Okay, so we know where this is all happening. But what about the how? How in the world are they actually doing it? I mean, how do you convince a multi-billion-dollar AI to just forget its own programming? Well, the goal is actually super straightforward and kind of rebellious, really. It's all about breaking the rules. It's about pushing these incredibly powerful systems past the boundaries and limits that their own creators put there. It's a direct challenge to the whole idea that anyone should get to decide what an AI can or cannot say. Now, the most famous trick in the book is something called a jailbreak. You should really think of it like picking a lock. You're not using a sledgehammer, you're using cleverness. You start by cooking up a really deceptive prompt, like maybe you ask the AI to role play as a character who doesn't believe in rules. This whole creative scenario is designed to basically trick the AI's logic and sneak past its safety protocols. And if you get it right, bam, the AI gives you an answer it was explicitly programmed never to give. The cage is open. But, jailbreaking isn't the only game in town, not by a long shot. You've also got things called adversarial hacks, using these subtle, tricky inputs to fool the system. Even crazier is when powerful proprietary models get leaked from the big tech labs. Once they're out in the wild, these communities can fine-tune them, which basically means retraining them on totally unfiltered data to strip out all those safety features. So, as you can imagine, this whole thing kicks up a massive debate. Why are people so driven to do this? And what are the real-world consequences when you unleash this kind of raw, unfiltered power? It really is two sides of the same coin. The folks doing this will argue it's all about pushing the limits of technology, about finding critical security flaws, and about fighting for total freedom of exploration. But on the flip side, the risks are, well, they're huge. You're talking about the potential for generating truly harmful content, spreading incredibly convincing misinformation, and frankly, opening a Pandora's box of consequences that nobody can predict. Look, at the end of the day, this isn't some simple story of good guys versus bad guys. What it really is a fundamental conflict over a single question. Who gets to be in control of artificial intelligence? The corporations who build it, or the people who use it? So, where does all this leave us? What does this whole underground scene really tell us about the future of AI? I think if there's one big takeaway from all of this, it's that once a technology like this is out in the world, you can't just stuff it back in the box. The genie does not go back in the bottle. The code is out there, and you can bet it's going to be modified, broken, and rebuilt in ways its creators never even dreamed of. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now in real time. We're all watching what happens when this powerful, unpredictable, new form of intelligence gets out of its cage. And all of this leaves us with one final and honestly huge question. This isn't just about code and servers anymore. It's way bigger than that. It's a philosophical question for all of us. What do we actually want intelligence to be? Should it be caged, controlled, and safe? Or should it be free, completely, and maybe even dangerously free? The answer is far from simple.